I really will fix the fan bearing in the over door heater. Until then, today is all about this thing. It is the cheapest planer thicknesser stroke jointer. I'll explain that in a minute. Okay, I've got a really good thicknesser here. This is a really good thicknesser. It's the cheapest one Machine Mark do. And I don't even know if they still do this one, but it's based on kind of like, you know, that you take out on site. But I found that for basic stuff like lining wood up, it was difficult to get a perfect straight edge. Now there is a jig that I could make up to do that on the table saw, but again it's a pain in the neck, so I thought I would go and get myself what is called a planer thicknesser. Now the thicknesser is the same as that. It's really the bit on the top, the planer bit. Now Americans call that a jointer, and that is a way to get a nice flat reference edge, so a face side or an edge side. So that's really what I want that for, and I'll probably use the thicknesser for other stuff. I'll use that for rough stuff, and then I'll probably use that for fine stuff. I don't know yet, we'll see. When I say it's cheap, I mean it's cheap. This is from Screwfix, and the thing about Screwfix is I bought that little thing down there, that from Screwfix, 50 quid a couple of years ago. That's the best 50 quid I've spent. This, I haven't even unboxed it yet. We're going to wait and see. I'll tell you what I think. It was 179. Screwfix have reduced it to 159, and lovely as Screwfix are, they sent me a little Christmas bonus valid until the 23rd, and put my name on it. How lovely is that? Actually, that code works for everybody. SF Xmas 18, so everyone can get 10 quid off when you spend £100 or more. So that brought it down to 149.99. Today's Sunday. I ordered it last night at 4 minutes to 5, I think it was. I can't remember. It's something stupid. It arrived this morning just before 11, so it's on a Sunday delivery. 149.99. So it's under my floor limit of 150 quid, which is what I'm prepared to spend on stuff without really looking it up. So I've seen a few good reviews of this, so we'll see what it's like. First impressions. Before this, I'll try and squeeze in the time lapse of me unpacking it and putting it together. A few things didn't really make a whole lot of sense, so I had to read the manual. I know, I feel like I've let you all down. This, it wasn't overly clear that you've got to remove another bolt like this one in order to put this on. This locks the uppy downy on the feed. The feed itself is quite good. It will go down to a couple of mil or whatever that says there. I don't know, what's a 3 mil. It says 3 mil. Not sure. I'd really want to test that. Might be a bit big and clunky. It's a 1000-watt motor, or is it 15? I don't know. It will say somewhere on there. There you go. Have a quick look, see what it says. 1500 watts. So it's not bad. 150 quid, cheap as chips. It's a bit clumsy and fiddly when you got to move the dust extractor from the top bit to the bottom bit in order to use the jointer, or planer as we call it in England. Sorry America, but you know, I mean, you call an entree the main meal entree, where it's actually the starter, believe it or not. Anyway, it's been banned from every American restaurant ever again. It's okay, 150 quid, which is about 190 bucks, 200 bucks, something like that in America. This is the Titan brand. They're all made in China on the same production line with different names put on them, and they're all sell for about the same thing. The fence, surprisingly, useless. No, it's not. Provided you use it with a degree of care, it'll be okay. It'll be alright. The dust extractor, this is in jointer mode, planer mode, and this cavity here fills completely, so the dust extractor doesn't work perfectly. Couple of strange little things they say on the dust extractor before you raise it up on the bed, that you've got to take a nut and washer off and then bolt it to the lower. You don't need to. You're going to anyway. I suppose for safety purposes you should. It says it comes with a vacuum attachment adapter, and it does. This is it, but it's a 4-inch one, 100mm. So wrap a cardboard funnel around it. My hose is, according to this, 30mm ish. So all I did really was you shove that up there, scrunch that up, and then wrap some gaffer tape around it, and that worked perfectly well. Or you could go and buy an adapter kit. I'm tempted maybe to buy a proper pucker dust collection system instead of the shop vac, mainly for capacity, but I don't know, it's not an essential thing to buy, so it can wait. But this was reasonably essential because of some of the stuff that I want to be doing. Couple of little things, yeah, just like some of the basic workmanship is a bit naff, to be honest. Where this is pressed on here, you know, there's a gap. Where there's not a gap there, it's pressed nicely. So it is one of those. It is what it is. It is a cheap as chips planer thicknesser. If you want to use the term jointer, but 150 quid. You won't find anything better. And it's one of these, you know, like I say, it's a, you know, Screwfix. Screwfix is not where you go for professional woodworking machinery. You know, Screwfix is a handy, cheap as chips place to go, owned by the same company as B&Q, and this is good value. The other, yeah, Screwfix, I got that from Screwfix. That's that Evolution little chop saw. 50 quid. You will not spend a better 50 quid than that Evolution chop saw. So for basic stuff, this is some of the stuff that I've run through it. These are the floorboards that came from the Taylor's Eyewitness factory. Beautiful, beautiful wood, hardwood. There's some other, these were from one of the machine room. So these again, hardwood floorboards, beautiful, heavy, chunky. I showed you earlier about the gap, and this is how well the gap was taken out just by running it along the face edge. So yeah, it does its job, and I ain't disappointed, not for 150 quid. We'll see how it performs. It's a bit of a cumbersome thing if you want to keep swapping between planer jointer, stroke planer jointer, and then thicknesser. But what you would do is you'd run everything through to flatten it off, and then you've got a face edge, and then you can run it underneath, turn it over, run it underneath, and then you will get perfect thicknesses. And so for what it is good. That's it. And if it all goes wrong, then I will delete this video and I'll put another one up saying how rubbish it is. But you know what, 150 quid, yeah, that's all right.